University of Kentucky Wildcat Hockey on the UK Hockey Network. And now, your hosts, Aaron Rose and Jason Griefer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into another semester of University of Kentucky Wildcat Hockey. Hello, once again, I am a sickened Aaron Rose alongside Jason Griefer. Yes, it's been that kind of night. That's why we did not broadcast, except you were gone last night.
Yes, I was in Columbus watching my Red Wings lose in a shootout.
Oh, they lost in a shootout?
They lost in a shootout.
Oh, wow.
Got the revenge,
results
on the Blue Jackets tonight. Johan Franzen scores 45 seconds into overtime. They win 6-5, but I digress. Back to the matter here at the Lexington Ice Center.
Yeah, so, well, that's why we didn't broadcast last night. For those of you wanting to hear a broadcast, we apologize for the night. But
and if you don't know, Kentucky soundly defeated Louisville last night 18-2.
Yes, absolutely ridiculous scores.
Cats pick up another big win, and they get carrying momentum into tonight in what looks to be the biggest game of the year for the Wildcats, taking on the number 2 ranked Maryland-Baltimore County Retrievers, who come into tonight with a record of 18-6 and 1 tie. This team, obviously, very impressive, this UMBC team. They are the only team all year that has knocked off Florida Gulf Coast. Florida Gulf Coast is number 1 in the Southeast region with a record of 24-1. The only team they lost to was this Retrievers team, that being a 7-3 contest at the Showcase. So this team coming with a lot of talent, and the Wildcats certainly have their work cut out for them if they want to pull the upset here tonight. And it will be an upset if the Cats are able to pull this off, because UMBC is highly talented.
And that's right. And that's another big thing is, you know, if Kentucky does pull off the upset tonight, you got to talk about a move in the rankings. That would be absolutely huge for Kentucky. And on top of the fact that they got to sweep over Tech at the end of last semester.
Yes, that'll help them move up too. Kentucky's won 2 games at Virginia Tech. Ironically, this UMBC team was swept by Virginia Tech. They lost to them early in the season. Then just last night in Roanoke, Virginia Tech knocked off the Retrievers 3-2. So UMBC looking to bounce back and get their first win of the second semester.
One thing you want to definitely talk about here is the mere fact you want to look at their goals per game. They're averaging 5.08 goals per game. So around 5 per game. That number is an absolutely solid number.
But the thing is, they're also allowing less than 3 per game, so they're getting it done on both ends of the ice.
Exactly. I was getting to that next. Yeah, their goals allowed 2.84 is the average, just under 3. So, you know, their leading goaltender is P.J. Carmack. He's a senior, 11-4 on the year, and he's right around that goals average there. He has 2.86. So. And on top of that, you want to look at their leading scorers as well. Let's see here. I cannot read your right.
Drew Hartrick.
Drew Hartrick.
51
points. A pen and not a Sharpie.
I know.
51 points, 24 goals, 27 assists. And we are now joined by Jim Borgard. Let me get him a mic. Hang on.
Let's get him mic'd up. Still hobbling on the bad leg there. Aaron getting a mic set up for him. A little different to have us joined by senior goalie for Kentucky, Mr. Jim Borgard. Up in the broadcast booth, I kind of like it. Different perspective on things. He told us before the game there was a possibility that Kentucky basketball player John Hood might be in attendance tonight. He's been out to a few games in the past, especially last semester he was out for a couple of games. And he may be out tonight, not sure of that. Aaron's working on getting Jim mic'd up. I think Jim could have gotten this done faster. He gets that set up. We want to thank everybody that's joining us tonight. I understand there are some folks from the UMBC fan club here listening in tonight. We greatly appreciate you listening in from wherever you are.
I don't have an adapter.
And we certainly look forward to an exciting night of hockey. Are we all set here?
We're all set. He's alive.
Go for it.
All right, well, stand up with me.
Yeah, I'll stand up.
Stand up for our goaltender.
First of all, Jim, how's the leg?
Hopefully back out there next week.
Next week? Okay. All right. Not bad. All right. You're out here seeing us after last night. You know, obviously it's a much bigger test for the team compared to Louisville last night. How much can the team take from last night and apply it towards tonight, knowing the challenge they've got?
Well, I think we got a lot of good things going. First off, we got a bunch of new lines that have been together since we had lost some players over break. So those guys got to work on their chemistry, get out there and get together. And also, we got to work a lot on the power play last night. We got a couple new additions to the power play line. So I think being able to have that practice in a game situation, game setting, get the lines chemistry together, and get a big win out there, get some goals in that, made everyone feel pretty confident about tonight.
Now talk to us about our newcomers to the team.
All right, we have number 7, who's a defenseman. His name's Matt Kinman. He played in the USHL last year, and he's going to be a real big asset to the team. He's a big body out there, great positionally. He's got a hell of a shot from the point, so definitely going to be giving goalies some nightmares.
And the other one?
The other one is Gray McLaughlin, which is brother of Sean McLaughlin. He's
how many McLaughlins were you going to have?
We had Matt McLaughlin, I believe it was last year, beginning of last year, and then we picked up Sean this year. He's been a real good player. And then Gray we just picked up this semester, and he's another really good player. He's going to be playing with Danny Graham and who else on the white line with him? It's Danny Graham and Drew Phillips.
Drew Phillips, okay. So obviously, like you mentioned, some adjustments needed to be made due to losing players in the semester break. So what kind of shifts do we expect to see? We expect to see quicker lines, or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you always want to keep the shifts between 45 seconds and a minute. So usually, I think, especially the game with tonight, playing UMBC, they're a quick team. We're going to have to keep the shifts short if we want to be successful.
Since you've been out, obviously, freshman Aaron Tenfeld steps up to the backup spot behind Steinbrecher. How much have you been able to work with him as far as helping him improve and get ready for more game action as the semester progresses?
I think me and Derek have been trying to help him a little bit. Nate Lyons has really been the one doing a lot of work with him this year. It's really good for him to be out at practice. He's able to see, what we're doing wrong, where we're missing shots, stuff like that. So I'd say, most of the progress Aaron's made this year has been accredited to Nate and him just being able to watch and practice and get a lot better shots. So
that's very nice.
UMBC Retrievers tonight. What is the biggest challenge facing the Wildcats if they're going to try and pull off the upset, knock off UMBC?
I think containing number 13 and 17. Doc talked about containing them before the game. They're leading point scorers. And also getting in PJ Carmack's head early. This is a kid who has his nights. He can be a really good goaltender, but, we also tore into him at regionals last year, and we were able to pop 4 goals on him in a period. So he's one of those goaltenders. Once you get into his head early and staying it off, and, there's no reason not to be beating him all night.
We got a coach up here in the booth.
I love this.
Man.
So, okay, and let's get on the lighter side of things. How was your break?
It was good. It was nice and relaxing. I was home for about a week. Got to go downtown. How about yourself?
Very well, very well. It's relaxing. Yeah, it's, obviously I don't have the school experience anymore, so I don't get to take that break like exactly. You guys do. That's frustrating. So working all through the holidays, man.
I'll let you guys get back to your pregame show here, and I'll be up in between periods.
All right, we'll talk to you about the game in the middle.
Jim Borgard joining us.
Thank you,
Great
Jim.
as always to hear from that guy. I mean, I think the smartest thing we did there was just ask him a simple question and let him talk.
Let him talk. He knows,
because he makes us
makes
us look good by us not having to talk.
I think he makes us look bad too on our inside as well.
Well, it's nice to have that insider information, if you will.
That's right.
Which you can only find here at coolcatshockey.com, by the way.
we broke the story on the poster.
We did. So, and now you're hearing about a couple of new guys out there for Kentucky.